Yeah. Yeah, just play your AHL team. The who? Yeah. Just be the Montreal Rocket. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. We had more salary cap not playing for us than most teams have active full salaries. Like,
That's tough, dude.
oh yeah, we, we put another 4 players on COVID list today, and a coach, by the way. I don't know. I don't know. No, they're all vaccinated. It's all vaccinated. Everybody's good. We have 1 goalie left. Thankfully, Michael McNiven, our AHL backup, our worst goalie in the organization, our 5th goalie, Michael McNiven, yeah, McNiven, yeah. Thankfully, the Habs do not play another game till January 12th, and hopefully by then it will be the Habs playing and not what's left of the Rocket.
How embarrassing!
I think if we were to play another game tonight, I don't think we would have anybody left in the organization that wasn't playing.
Ryan, I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to say this. Yeah, my mic wasn't muted, but it wasn't selected to the right output, so everyone couldn't hear me for that first little bit. Yeah, so welcome back to Off the Boards. We took 1 week off for Christmas, and now we're back. Ryan just talked about how the Laval Rocket, the Montreal Rocket, are crazy because I said that they actually had $18 million in active salary when the floor is $65 million. So they were that far into the goddamn floor of the league. And Ryan's like, yeah, my team is mad bad, and if they had to play again tonight, actually, you guys can fucking hear it. What am I saying? I'm the one that you guys couldn't hear. I'm Josh. As you guys know. I made a joke about the World Juniors being shut down, and that's about all I've said so far. Sorry, Ryan.
Okay. I'm just checking now, looking at our depth chart.
Yep. Oh yeah, Michael McNiven. You said that was the guy's name.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Are you counting active
4,
NHL
5,
players?
6. We could not ice a roster. If we had another goalie, we could ice in a roster, but have nobody left in the taxi squad or AHL. There are 3 players in the CHL that we're able to call up. Jan Mysak, Caden Gooley, and Arbor Jackai. We can call those 3 up if we need to. But if we were to play a game tonight, we wouldn't need to. We could ice a team if we signed the goalie.
Ryan,
because we have 1 goalie.
Sorry, yeah. Are you guys just delaying AHL games? Or, like, how does that, like, does the Laval Rocket just not play anymore? Like, is the AHL not happening? Like, I'm so confused. Because if you guys are taking, like, you guys are taking all the Laval players, and I just thought about that, I'm like, so who's playing for the Laval team right now? Is it just, like, is it a bag of pucks and the coaching staff? Like... is the East... What about the ECHL roster? Like, is that also decimated?
We don't have an ECHL affiliate.
What? I thought every team was...
We do have the Toronto Raven Lions.
Yeah.
Not every team has one, actually, but we do have one as of the season. It's not full of players, unfortunately.
Oh.
At least not players that are signed to the Habs that could play under NHL contracts.
Gotcha.
I'm just looking now to see... where's the Rocket? There it is.
Because
I'm the AHL site right now, see if we've played a game at all.
Unless the AHL is just like, yeah, we're just gonna delay. Wait, who owns the AHL? Is it Bettman? Like, is there a commissioner for the AHL?
I believe there's a separate commissioner for the AHL.
Cool.
I
had no idea. I'm looking it up. President Scott Howson? The headquarters is in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Why? Why is it there? Out of every place we could put it, why?
It looks like the AHL, at least the Rockets games have been postponed.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It would be pretty, because, like I said, who's out there? You know, like, the AHL just can't be like, you guys have to play. And they're like, we have no players, so we just forfeit the game. We'll just take the loss, because, I mean, didn't you say the Laval Rocket were, like, one of the better AHL teams?
Yeah, last year they were, I believe, first place. We're going to play AHL playoffs, unfortunately, but... Yeah, no. We're still, like, third in our division in the AHL. Somehow.
Is there any more news on Price? Like, is he coming? Is he not coming back? Like, this year?
Or? There hasn't been any news. Last year we heard he wouldn't be back until at least after Christmas.
Sheesh.
It's now after Christmas. He's not
back
back
after
yet.
Christmas.
I think the general idea behind that the Habs have had this year is if you need time to get a surgery, if you're feeling even a little bit hurt or sick, just don't worry about it. We're not gonna stress about this year. Take the year, guys. Do what you need to take what you guys need to do. And then come back next year. Tank. We're gonna tank, get a high draft pick, come back next year, see what we can do. So I think
on start, buddy.
Shane Wright.
It isn't too bad.
We love Shane Wright. Ryan, are you excited? Are you excited, bro? You're gonna have remember how I said you guys needed a center? Who are you gonna replace Deneau with? Perfect, right? Now you get Shane Wright. You get to play Shane Wright in the middle. You get to trade away Christian Dvorak because you hate that guy. And then, right? You trade him back to Arizona for Galchenyuk. For Phil Kessel.
Oh yeah, Phil Kessel.
You know, I heard a funny rumor about Phil Kessel the other day, and people are like, "Bro, trade him back to the Leafs." I'm like, "What? Like what? What do we? How? What am I? What? Do we trade Justin Hall? Like where? Where do we get the money for that? Like who are we moving? I genuinely have no idea.
How do you convince Taylor or Phil Kessel to come back to Toronto?
So Phil, you know that hot dog stand that was in Toronto that you used to eat at all the time? So we have asked this guy. Yeah, we bought it. We bought it. It is in the arena, and it is at your disposal whenever you'd like.
Yeah, we actually just built it into your stall.
Yeah.
So whenever you feel like it, just grab a hot dog.
Just grab a hot dog. Yeah, no one else though, just you, Phil. Make sure Austin Matthews doesn't go near that. No.
Yeah, Nylander, I know he looks like a glizzy kind of guy. But
no. Jason Spezza though, let him have all the hot dogs he wants.
Jason Spezza might be an exception.
Yeah, you gotta let that guy eat all the hot dogs he wants, bro. That guy's a glizzy gobbler.
Jason Spezza, glizzy gobbler.
Yep, goat.
Gobbler.
I can't.
Goat gobbler.
Okay, there is a bit of news that I just want to real quick. So we are getting NHL debuts tonight for the Minnesota Wild. We have two players that are getting their debuts in Marco Rossi and Matt Boldy. Their 2019 and 2020 first round picks are both making their debuts together tonight or Thursday against the Boston Bruins.
Man, can I want to go on about Minnesota a bit.
Yeah.
How they draft is phenomenal. I mean, they managed to pick up Marco Rossi 9th overall when he was projected to be top 6. That's unbelievable. They picked up Jesper Lorsted in this prior draft.
Yep.
Unbelievable Edmonton that you pass him up. That still bothers me. I'm not even an Oilers fan, but that still bothers the life out of me.
I remember Ethan telling me this one. We're driving around one day, and he goes, "How did Edmonton pass up on this guy?" I'm like, "They didn't." He's like, "They did though," and then he showed me, and I'm like, "Why? Do the Oilers hate winning? I think they just hate winning. I think they just like making Connor McDavid's life a living hell every day. He wakes up and goes, "Man, I have to score 600 points a year, or we just don't win."
Yeah,
dude, like Oilers management when they passed up on Jesper Lorsted in the draft. They're like, all right, you know what? We still got Mike Smith and Mikko Koskinen. We'll be fine. Look at them now. Let's draft another centerman, boys, instead of Jesper Wallstead, because their center core isn't good enough as is. McDavid, Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins. No, it's terrible. We need another centerman instead of a starting goaltender.
Obviously, that's not enough. But Minnesota also has, they got Kaprizov. They got the goaltender. What's his name? Kakanainen? Isn't that his last name? Kakanainen?
Yeah.
I can't remember what his it's Capo something. I'm pretty sure.
Kakanainen.
I'm not even gonna try to spell this.
K.
Got it.
Onen, something like that.
Kahkonen. I'm just.
I got it.
How did he do? How's he doing right now? 8 games played. He is 4-2, 4-2-1. Save percentage of .906 and a goals against of .267. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with Ethan though. Minnesota's fucking drafting incredible. Just incredible.
That's dude. It's funny, dude. I was watching the 2018 Winter Olympics the other day, just like highlights, and I was watching the gold medal game, and the team that Russia put out there, man, are players that are in the NHL now. Like Kirill Kaprizov scored the golden goal to win Russia gold medal. Nikita Gusev scored 2 goals to tie the game when they were shorthanded.
Gusev was in the NHL for like a hot minute, and then he just poofed. I think he's on the Leafs roster somewhere. He was. I don't know. I think he got a PTO with us. I don't know what. I don't think it actually like full led to a contract. I think we just dropped him.
Yeah, I never thought Gusev was a bad player. I just think like he could have fit well somewhere.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, there's a lot of players. Yeah, there's a lot of players like that in the league, though, where you could go, man, if this player could get with this team or this situation or this coach, just think of what they could do. But we play in a league where that can't happen all the time, right? Like, you can't control where you go. Well, I feel like some players can control where they go in free agency. It's pretty easy for a player to just go, I want to go here. Yeah. And if that team's got the money, then they just go. Like Montreal tried to give a ton of money to Tavares, and he said no.
Did we try to give money to Tavares?
Was it you guys? I don't know. The
Sharks tried to give him like a bunch of money that he took. Said nah, I'm taking less to go to Toronto.
Oh,
the Sharks offered him 13.
Yeah. I thought it was you guys who offered 13.
No,
sorry.
God no.
Sorry.
We didn't have 13.
When the Sharks go $13 million, and John Tavares goes, no.
That is way too much money.
Absolutely, dude. I'm paying him 11.5, and it's too much money. Like,
I think John Tavares is definitely a one centerman on most teams.
Oh, I think he's a first-line center.
$13 million is way too much.
That's like McDavid.
That's more than what McDavid makes in a year. Yeah. McDavid's only making 12.5, and they wanted to give JT 13. This guy's he's no offense to John Tavares, great player, and can score 30 goals guaranteed every year. But he's like a 70 to 80 point guy a year. How are you gonna pay that guy $13 million? What? Come on. I don't even like that the Leafs are paying him 11.5. I love having John Tavares, don't get me wrong. I just wish that we could have him in the playoffs.
I think that's I think Tavares would fit his contract a lot better if he was like 9.5.
Oh, absolutely. He'd be a steal at 9.5.
Contract.
You could call any team in the league and go, "Hey, you want John Tavares at $9.5 million?" They'd be like, yeah, I would like that actually a lot. I think I would. I get a first-line center for $9.5 million in today's economy. That's crazy. Yeah. In today's economy, like Carolina, they went and gave $6 million to a fourth-line player.
Imagine.
Look, I was roasting right at the beginning of this year. I had no faith in Jesperi Kotkaniemi, man. I hope nothing but the best for this guy, but I'll be real. $6 million? Come on. Come on.
It's worse, Josh. It's $6 million in cap. And a first and a third round pick.
I love it when
picks for this.
I love it when Montreal tried to do this, but they ended up helping Carolina out in the long run, and so Carolina's like, you know what? We're gonna repay him the favor, and then Montreal's like, you want us to pay how much? No. You take him. Take him.
Yeah, drop it on him.
Yes,
go ahead.
Exactly. You just go walk away. Bergevin's sitting in his office before he got fired. He's just like, what? They did what? Shit. Okay. Bye. Like, get Kotkaniemi's agent on the phone. I gotta tell him he's gone.
Oh my god. I mean, at the end of the day, though, it is unfortunate, but you look at the standings.
Yeah, where's Carolina sitting right now? It doesn't matter who they sign and for how much money. Apparently, they're just insane.
They're third in their division. You know who's first in the NHL right now? Can we talk about this for a second?
Yeah, I looked this up. Oh, wow, it's changed.
Yeah. The New York Rangers are first in the NHL.
Well, to be fair, Carolina and Toronto both only played...
They doesn't matter.
Oh, I'm just saying.
The Rangers are first.
They only played 31 games, and the Rangers have 1 point in hand on 2 teams with 3 games in hand.
You're right. But, like, at the same time...
Yeah. And you want to know what they're doing without? Alexis Lafreniere producing, and without Kakko Kapanen producing? They haven't. They still aren't. It's just, it's sad. It's sad. I don't know what...
Hughes had 2 points last night, I think.
Oh, wow.
I mean, yeah, Lafreniere's got 21 points. Kakko... Oh, no, is this last year?
He has 11 points in 34 games right now. 8 goals, 3 assists, plus 1. 0 power play points. His shooting percentage is 18.6. Why is he not shooting? I don't know, but why is he not shooting more? If his shooting percentage is 18.6, why are you not shooting 4 or 5 times a game? Like that.
So if you can't manage it.
I guess, but like, man, if you're supposed to be this perennial player, and you know, like you show flashes, but you don't you don't run with it. You know what I mean?
It could just take some time to blossom. Like, we said the same thing about Jack Hughes the last couple of years, and now look at him. Like,
yeah, but it's just, I don't know. It's just the difference between Hughes and Lafreniere. I've said this before. It's just the hype coming in with Lafreniere was so much higher than it was with Hughes.
I think you're biting into that more because the Leafs had a chance of drafting him. I think it
was more than a chance, Ryan. You saw it. You saw how close that ball was. It's rigged. I swear on God. I'm so mad. There's no way. It has to be. Ryan, the ball. It was there. It was there.
The hype behind Lafreniere was, I would say, on par with Jack Hughes. Lafreniere was described as like a player of the caliber of like Matthews, maybe Tavares, Stamkos, that kind of level. And Jack Hughes was described as Patrick Kane's when he's a center. Or Patrick Kane when he's a center.
Jack Hughes played 2 games before the break again, after he came back. And he was -5. We took the break. He came back. He's played 3 games. He currently, in those 3 games, had 8 points. Got 3 goals. The rest of them were assists, and he was +5. So he literally just negated what he did. The only thing I will say is one of the nights where he had 3 points, he was a 0 player. But it was against the Oilers, so...
I mean, 8 points in 3 games is pretty fucking crazy.
I would say it's pretty good.
Yeah.
His competition was Buffalo. He had 3 points.
Yeah.
It's Buffalo. Edmonton, he had 3 points. It's Edmonton. They give up a lot of points.
Okay.
And Washington, who doesn't give up a lot. Actually, is Washington giving up a lot of goals? Because like every year I look, they have like a completely different like breakdown for their points.
89 goals against this year. It's not terrible.
No. it's not like super low either for teams that are like up in playoff spots, but at the same time, it's when you score 119 goals, you're fine. You're fine. You have Alex Ovechkin. But it does seem like they are getting scored on quite a bit. But I will say, it's like, like Hughes had an easy game to start. Buffalo is falling. Like, and we knew this was coming. Buffalo has lost their last 4 in a row. They're 2-5-3. Their goal difference is -27. Remember when they were at the top of the Atlantic for like 3 weeks? And we were all like, wow, coaching. Crazy. And then it's like, oh yeah, we forgot, this is the Sabres. After 2 months, they just like, woo, down to the bottom.
Yeah.
They go to the dumpster, boys. Absolute dumpster fire, this team.
Man,
Every year.
you know what's actually mind-boggling though?
What?
So going back to the Rangers here, Adam Fox is over a point per game right now. He has 5 goals and 30 assists in 34 games.
There's a reason this kid won the Norris last year.
This is my Norris vote. Like,
This guy is unbelievable. He was a 3rd round pick in 2016.
how did
By
that
Calgary.
many
Where's the-
teams miss on that?
Like Calgary drafted this guy.
I mean, there was
That
also
makes me so
there was a lot of things going on around Adam Fox. He was drafted. He went back to school, finished his schooling, then came back. I think he came back. And then he got traded because he was like, I'm not ready. He's always a little iffy on where he wanted to play. I think his goal was to play for New York. That's where he's from. He's from Jericho, New York. So I think
Yeah,
so he went from Calgary to Carolina, and Carolina,
right.
even there, he was like, nah, trade me.
Do you guys
Send me to New
think?
York.
Do you guys think that it's a bitch move for players to do that? To just like,
Yeah.
okay, like you get drafted by a team and then you're just like, I'm not going to play here. It's like, what Lynn Ross did.
It's a bitch move. It's a bitch move until they do it for my team. Because when they come home, it's okay.
Yeah, it's like when Tavares gave the middle finger to everyone in what arena were they
Jam
playing in
Water.
back then? The Barclays Center, that terrible arena that had 2 cars blocking the view of a bunch of fans. What a stupid arena! What a stupid arena design. So
Hey,
glad
don't make
they
fun of
got-
Honky. Don't make fun of Honky.
They aren't there anymore. They moved. They built a new arena. I can't believe they built the Barclays Center and then they were like, you know what? Terrible idea.
Well, they built the Barclays Center not for the NHL. They built it for the NBA.
NBA, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Nets Center. It's the Nets
Yeah, I know.
Center, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Nets
I was
still
gonna
play.
say-
But the thing is, like,
I was
why?
gonna say, just move the cars.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They don't use when they have an NBA game there. Those Hondas aren't sitting there.
Well, it wasn't just the cars. It was like poles and stuff. They were
Yeah.
getting used more than anything.
Yeah, well,
The
because
cars weren't the biggest issue.
when you're at an NBA game, you have. Well, also I heard the seats were like bad. When you're at an NBA game, there's seats like everywhere and they're closer. When you're at a hockey rink, the rink is longer than the floor of an NBA arena, so
Yeah.
it's also narrower. Hockey rink is wider.
Yeah, like everybody that's like floor seats in the arena at a basketball game, they're all sitting where the hockey rink would be.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're sitting on the ice surface.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I agree. It's nice when a player comes home, but I agree with both of you. I hate seeing players that get drafted and then they're just like, you know what? No, I'd rather not play hockey in the NHL than play with your franchise. The only team that I would be okay with is if a player got drafted to Buffalo and then they're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna retire. I'm done. Like I don't want to play hockey anymore. You know. And then they just come back and they swapped out the letters of their first name and last name. Like, let's say this guy's name is Lance Stevenson. He comes back as Stance Levinson. And he's like, hi guys, I'm a free agent. I'd like to play for your hockey team. Oh, anyone but the Sabres. Like,
And that's why it makes me happy, because Adam Fox was drafted by the Calgary Flames. And he said no.
which
So,
The
I guess
Flames
it's-
suck, and could have had a Norris defenseman right there.
Yeah, sure.
Giordano, but he doesn't count anymore because he's
not on your team. So
he's on the 10-19-4 Kraken that Josh said we're gonna make the playoffs. Man, if only I could eat my words on that one now. But you want to know what sword I'll still die on? That the Ducks are good.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
I went and died on that sword, man. I put my neck on the line. I said the Ducks are going to be good, and I said the Kings would push for a playoff spot, and that's exactly what's happening. It's
4-game losing streak, though. 4-game losing streak for the Ducks right now, though.
This is true. But then they're still positive in their last 10, so I'll give them credit still right now.
Just barely.
Just barely. See, the thing... Okay, so the Ducks are going through what the Leafs went through their first year. Like, the Ducks will make the playoffs this year. They're probably going to get bounced in the first round by some juggernaut. I don't think they're going to end up in second. I think they're going to end up in third, probably in the wild card, and they're going to get absolutely curb stomped by, like, Vegas or... I assume the Avalanche are going to retake first in the Central, so let's say they're probably just going to get absolutely steamrolled by the Ducks or Avs. The only reason I say that the Avs are going to regain... They're 5 games back, or they have 5 games in hand on the Blues, who are in first place with 43 points, and they have 38.
Yeah.
So they have a hell of a chance. Like the Avalanche are still 18-8-2.
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts, right?
Yeah.
Like, what? Who? Is there any? The Flames have only lost 7 games in regulation this year, but they've had 6 overtime losses. Aren't the Hurricanes also? Yeah, the Hurricanes 23-7-1. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I said that one of these 2 goalies was gonna get hurt. Man, I'm an idiot apparently, because I thought that 2 guys who can never stay. I know. I know. I'm like, 2 guys who can never stay healthy aren't gonna stay healthy. Well, I guess I'm absolutely wrong and stupid, because Anderson's been playing out of his mind this year. And to be fair, Anderson's not a bad goalie. Like, he's not. He's good. He just... Oh, he couldn't do it in Toronto, but you know who can? The shutout man himself! Soupy! Another shutout!
Michael Hutchinson, right?
Jack Campbell.
Oh, okay.
The guy who got a shutout on Saturday night? He's crazy.
What's it like playing a team with your NHL? Wait, who'd they get the shot again? Who was it against?
Do you really want me to tell you?
The fucking Senators.
The Senators.
Man, what's it like playing with a full NHL team against a team like the Senators and not playing your AHL team against the Florida fucking Panthers?
Ryan, you want to know what the funniest part of that game was? So, the game is on. I go downstairs to grab a beer. I hear my Bud Light go on as soon as I get to the bottom of the stairs. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. The Leafs are already up 1-0. I go and get the beer. I get back to the bottom of the landing of the stairs, and I hear the light go off again. And in my head, I'm like, there's no way they just scored 2 goals in like the span of like 30 seconds. I walk up to the top of the stairs, I look at the TV, and I go, oh, wow, it's already 2-0. I'm like, wow, I haven't watched hockey in like 2 weeks, and I already missed 2 goals. This sucks. But yeah, no, Jack Campbell, 24 games played, 16-5-2, goals against of 186 and a save percentage of 939. When are we gonna start talking about Soupy for Vezina? Can we talk about Soupy for Vezina, man? He's got 4 shutouts this year. He's got 4 shutouts this year.
I don't wanna.
You wanna know what's funny? Jack Campbell this season has tied all of his shutouts in his career in 1 year. He had 4 going into this year. He has 4 this season. Top 5 goalie at 29 years old. Goalie's age like fine wine, boys. Fine wine.
I miss my goalie.
Yeah.
I miss all of my goalies.
Do you miss your team?
Yes.
Ryan doesn't
I
miss.
want to watch hockey. I
Ryan
want to watch an actual hockey game.
I'm gonna say you can watch them play, Ryan. Just think about it.
You know what? Here's the thing. I say that. I watched the games where we played the RHL team.
How were they?
They were legitimately good. They were actually good games.
Well, probably because they were trying harder. Plus, the other team. Yeah. It also could be a mental thing where the other team's going in like, guys, we're playing an AHL team. Like, come on. I mean,
that team took the Lightning to overtime. They took the Panthers. Admittedly, we got destroyed by the Panthers by the end of the game, so they had 18 players. I mean, the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes didn't score 5v5. It was all power play and 1 shorthanded. They won 4-0.
Shorthanded. The Leafs also scored a goal shorthanded in their game on Saturday too. But the one thing I will say is the Lightning have been so inconsistent this year. Like, incredibly inconsistent. Even though they're sitting at first in the division right now. They have let in, I'm pretty sure, the most goals in the division, maybe. It's close.
No.
Hold on. Okay, well, sorry.
Most of a playoff team.
Yes, because they're at 101 goals against and only 109 goals for. Their goal difference is +8. That is the lowest of any team in a playoff spot right now.
The thing is, I believe Vasilevsky's been on COVID reserve, I think, for a few games now.
Well, he's
only played 25 games.
He also didn't have the best start to begin with. He got he get, like, rifled in game 1. They got smoked, I'm pretty sure, in the first game they played. Yeah, he's played 25 games. He's 17-5-3. He's got a goals against of 2.21 and a save percentage of 9.25. So just to confirm, Jack Campbell's stats are better than Vasilevsky's. Should be professional.
For the record, for the Lightning, he's led Andre Vasilevskiy led 56 goals in 25 games. The other 3 goaltenders that played for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Brian Elliott, Maxime Legacy, and Hugo Alphanet.
Yep.
Alan Felt. They played 11 games. They've led in 33. So the biggest problem on the Tampa Bay Lightning still is the backup goaltending is not there for them. Which doesn't matter in the long run. Once you get to the playoffs, who gives a shit about backup goaltending? If you lose your starter, you're done anyway. It doesn't matter who your backup is.
Well, unless you have a guy like who went on that Cinderella Khudobin. Khudobin went on that Cinderella run.
It's true. It can happen, but I never put faith in a backup goaltender.
Absolutely not. You guys remember at the beginning of the year when we did our predictions? Do you remember what I said?
Yeah.
Who was going to win the Vezina?
No.
Jack Campbell. And both of you guys were like, Josh, you're fucking insane. And I'm like, no.
You also said that what's his name?
I said
was going to win the Calder.
I said Nick Robertson was going to win the Calder, and you said Cole Caulfield is going to win the Calder. So I wouldn't get too high and mighty over there.
All right. Can we talk about Cole Caulfield for a second? Just a quick second.
Sure thing. Ryan never talks about the Montreal Canadiens.
Cole Caulfield, admittedly, his stats have not been good. They've been garbage, actually. Like, actually not good, bad.
Like bad?
Like pretty bad, yeah.
Oh my god. What? That's bad. His shooting percentage is 1.9. We'll start there. We can start there.
1 goal, 7 points in 26 games. Minus 13.
Yeah, there it is.
Here's the thing. Had to put in them plus minus for Josh. But here's the thing. Those stats are not indicative of Cole Caulfield's play.
No, they're indicative of the Laval Rocket play.
Cole Caulfield has been playing well. He's generating chances. He's getting chances. He's doing everything right. His defense is looking better than ever.
Well,
the thing, it's just he gets to the end of the play. He gets through the defense, gets to the goalie, puck bobbles off his stick every time. I don't know what's going on with Cole Caulfield. I think it's either just bad luck. He needs like a new stick or something. Maybe a new curve on his stick or some shit.
The problem is
it just, or maybe he just needs to try to do less. But I don't know.
Caulfield needs to figure this out before the media starts doing this. Because the minute the media in Montreal and Toronto start doing this to you, you start feeling the pressure, and if you're a young guy, if you don't get that monkey off your back, you are screwed.
That's the other thing. He's a goal scorer. Goal scorers are inherently streaky. I think he will figure it out. I know he will figure it out. There's no doubt in my mind he'll figure it out.
I mean, the thing is, do you want another guy like Pacioretty, though, who will go, like, how many games did Pacioretty go without scoring a goal sometimes? Like, it feels like it was a ridiculous amount. I know that goal scorers are streaky, and, normally the best goal scorer is only scoring, like, 45 games a year normally, like, let's say, because normally players score more than 1 goal a game. Yeah. So, like, I understand that, there's going to be breaks, but, like, man, sometimes goal scorers will go, like, Line went, like, 22 games last year? God.
Yeah. And it sucks, but that's goal scorers for you.
That's true.
And, I mean, admittedly, Pacioretty was a good player for the Habs. I just don't think he was a good captain. I think that's where everything went downhill.
Fair enough. So, you don't want them to give Cole Caulfield the C ever?
I think there are other guys in this team that are more ready for the C and more leadership qualities to them.
Is his name Brendan Gallagher? Because if you guys don't give Brendan Gallagher the C, I'm gonna actually be pissed. This is like when the Leafs didn't give it to Morgan Riley.
Gallagher is a future captain of this team. Suzuki maybe.
Who's the next captain of the?
Caden Gooley's another guy. He's a young guy, maybe future captain there.
About to say, geez, you're going way down the road. Who's the next captain of the Habs, Ryan? Right now, who do you think it's gonna be? Who do you want it to be? If they were gonna pick, absolutely. Okay, I'm glad. That's who I want to be captain.
I can see this.
Well, yeah, but that's like we're talking like 5, 6, 7 years down the road.
And that's the other thing. I don't know, because with Shea Weber being LTIR'd, until we know for certain whether or not he will never be playing again, we're not going to get to see this anybody else. When that happens, Gallagher, I think, is the surefire choice.
I don't
know when.
As a Leafs fan, I don't know how you could pick anyone else on Montreal. I don't. Yeah. Like, it just seems like that's the obvious pick. And if you don't pick him, you're going to have a ton of angry Habs fans knocking at your front door if you're management.
The only reason I could possibly see not picking Brendan Gallagher is because of the on-ice duties of talking to the ref and the refs not liking Brendan Gallagher. That's the only reason I could see it not going his way.
So like a Marchand, like a Marchand kind of thing? Why Marchand isn't the captain of Boston?
Well, I mean, Marchand's not the captain of Boston because Patrice Bergeron exists. That's like the main reason.
To be fair, I think Bergeron's going to retire before Marchand does.
Well, yeah, I think Marchand might get it after.
I don't. I think he's going to get skipped. I think they're just going to give it to someone else. I don't think.
I could see them giving it to McAvoy.
If they give it to anyone, if they give it to Marchand, everyone in the NHL is going to lose their fucking mind because everyone hates this guy. Like everyone.
And that's the reason I don't think he will get it.
I hope
like that'd be the number one reason why. But I mean, if they don't give it to him, I think Charlie McAvoy is probably your next guy. But
I agree. I think it should be McAvoy. But I mean, hockey is a cool sport, and the Bruins are bad. I don't want to talk about their Tuukka Rask sniping booties. When your goalies are Linus Ullmark and Tuukka Rask coming back halfway through the year, Linus Ullmark carried this team for the first half, and now they're just going to ride Tuukka for the rest of the year, probably.
God damn it, I hate it.
Do we have any news on when he's going to be back with that team? I'm looking it up right now.
No.
I'm looking. This was 6 hours ago. Okay. No deal in place for Tuukka and the Bruins. That came from his agent.
All right.
Interesting.
Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about on?
I do.
Where we're going?
So, did you guys hear today that Mr. Gary Bettman said something that I believe is super controversial? He said, and I quote, "I think that I think that hockey should be in the Summer Olympics instead of the Winter Olympics. And I think that is ridiculous." That's not a direct quote from Bettman. I know that I said that like I'm quoting him, but it's not a direct quote. But that's basically what he said. I think that the hockey should be part of the Summer Olympics, which is ridiculous. Like, really?
That's interesting.
Here's my reason behind why I think it's ridiculous. Okay, so in soccer, in FIFA soccer, there are multiple tournaments, international games, and everything else that comes in between and interrupts your season. And if you're a player on the international team, you have to go. Unfortunately, your team is the one that suffers because you want to go play for the international team. It's international duties. And I think it's ridiculous for Bettman to go, you know what, my league is so important that I don't want to take 2 months off or a month, or no, it's not even a month, it's 3 weeks. I don't want to take 3 weeks off and send my players over there and risk them getting hurt. Well, every 4 years, they do the same thing with the FIFA World Cup. They send all their best players off to this tournament. I know it's soccer and not hockey, but injuries still happen in soccer. I know that they, sometimes... Yeah. What's the word? Dramatize soccer a little bit sometimes. You guys know what I'm talking about. We've all seen it. But to me, it's just like it's ridiculous. Like hockey is a winter sport. Bettman wants the Summer Olympic Committee to be able to do ice in the summer wherever they are and have the facilities for it. But when we pick things for the Summer Olympics, we don't look at them having like hockey arenas because that's not something that's important.
Maybe they can build hockey arenas, but
I know, but I find it as a ridiculous thing. His argument, I'm assuming, is stemming from the fact that the NBA players all go to the Summer Olympics, so their league doesn't get interrupted. Which, okay, fine, but So what? Things aren't fair. Nothing. When has anything in life ever been fair? Nothing in life is fair. So unfortunately, Mr. Bettman, your players have to go, or you make the decision to not send them. And if you don't send them, you look like a dink. Except for this year, a lot of fans, including me, agree with not sending them.
Yeah. This year makes sense. I think what Bettman should be doing, rather than try and move hockey to the Summer Olympics, talk with the IIHF, see if they're willing to move the World Championships later in the year.
Yeah.
Like, do that.
I
know players want to go to the Olympics more than anything, but if you really want to play for your country, the Olympics can happen. Maybe World Championships, I think, are easier to move, like a couple months to do after the playoffs.
Yeah, I must say, 'cause the World Championships is always the best players who don't make the playoffs, right? Because it's like right after the. Okay, yeah.
It's during the playoffs.
Yeah, and I like that tournament. I actually do enjoy watching that tournament when it's on. And I agree with what Ryan just said. I feel like that would be a lot easier to move to the middle of the summer than to, But then it, then we come up to the point of, okay, well then the players still have to be ready to play and they don't get the same time off, and so there's gonna be.
I mean, at that point, it's up to the player.
Yeah,
and they have the freedom to go play if they want.
That's true.
And I mean, they're not getting the break, but the thing is, Summer Olympic tournament is going to be better training than anything else, right? Like,
this is true,
better
but
training than actually playing.
I feel like it also comes down to how much do those players value that tournament, right? Because players value Olympic gold medals because they could win that tournament, right? They could get a gold, but no one's going to be talking about it. But you're an Olympic medalist. Everyone kind of knows who you are. They recognize most of the names, or you just go, I have this Olympic medal. And everyone kind of goes, "Wow, you're cool."
Yeah.
At least I do. Whenever I see an Olympic athlete, I'm like, "Wow, you spent your entire life perfecting and working at this craft, and you get to the highest level of competition, and you did it. You succeeded. That is impressive to me. I don't have the drive to do that. I sit and make videos or podcasts. That's my life." But
that's
so what?
Probably the best you can do for international play, though.
Ethan, what do you think? Do you think that Bettman's idea is ridiculous?
I 100% think it's ridiculous. It's just, I mean, you guys hit it on the head, man. Like it's not a winter. Excuse me, it's not a summer sport. It's a winter sport. It's just you're asking so much from the Olympic Committee to set up hockey rinks in the summertime and provide the facilities for the sport of hockey in the summertime. Just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I will say one thing though. I do commend Gary Bettman for at least trying something. Like, he knows players want to go to the Olympics, so I want to give him a little bit of credit for at least trying to find a compromise for them.
The thing is, I don't know specifically if Bettman, because this was a Sportsnet article that I didn't fully read. It was just a headline this morning that I saw, and I know that it's a Sportsnet article. I'm sure I could find it, but I'm not gonna look for it. But
I'm looking at the Yahoo article right now, actually, but yeah.
I don't specifically know what does it tell. Does it say what Bettman's exact quote was there? Or does it just say that he has an idea to put
It's been paraphrased, but he's been trying to make this happen since the mid-1990s. He's been pretty adamant about not moving it. Admittedly, hockey made its Olympic debut at the 1920 Summer Games before switching to the Winter Olympics in 1924. So there's something that was 100 years ago. There's something.
I mean, that was probably something along the lines of the NHL. I don't know. Yeah, there was NHL hockey back in the first Olympics. Right? Yeah. So, I mean,
I think it had more to do. I think the Winter Olympics weren't a thing in 1920.
Yeah, I don't think they were either. The thing, Bettman, I don't know. If he's been trying to make this work for a long time, it's like his wasted time trying to make Arizona work. Just bail. Stop feeding them money, man. We're gonna come to another work shortage or stoppage because the Coyotes can't pay their damn bills. And that's not even a joke anymore. We used to joke about stuff like that, but it's actually serious now. The Coyotes straight up can't pay for their stuff, and they don't pay for it because they don't have the money to.
They have paid up and everything is square now.
Oh,
That's worth
did the NHL dip into their savings to cover that for them?
That was not made public.
Probably.
Isn't Bettman like part owner of
course
the
not.
Coyotes? Like, doesn't the NHL own the Coyotes right now again, or is there an actual owner?
I think it's an actual owner.
Okay, because I know for a while, at least I'm pretty sure it was the NHL. They owned the Coyotes because they couldn't find a suitor for them.
Yeah, they did own the company for a little bit. The Arizona Coyotes are currently owned by Alex Morello, and Andrew Barroway. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the other thing is they can't find doesn't seem like they could find a competent GM for them, unfortunately. But
yeah, I mean that's a whole other issue, though.
I mean, it is a whole other issue, and I don't really want to get into that. The Coyotes are bad this year. The Montreal Canadiens are not very good this year, mainly because they're a victim of circumstance more than the Coyotes. The Coyotes are just bad. Yeah. Montreal's had a lot of stuff happen this year, unfortunately. Well,
yeah,
fortunate,
healthy, who knows, but...
fortunate for Leaf fans, unfortunate for Habs fans.
Though mention, I don't think we actually mentioned. We talked about the Olympic. Gary Bettman trying to move the Olympics. I don't think we mentioned. The NHL is not going to the Olympics this year. Players will not be allowed to go.
I think we mentioned that in the episode before the break. But yeah, it's confirmed now. They aren't going. They ain't going. I'm happy about it. I don't want them to go.
Yeah,
it's too much of the vid.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that Olympics is gonna happen.
The other big news that that happened while we were on break. The IIHF has canceled the remainder of the 2022 World Juniors due to COVID-19. Josh, I can't hear you.
I didn't know if anyone else wanted to go first because I feel like I've gone first a lot today, but I can go off on this one. Ethan, you got something to say, Doug? You're gonna go first.
Go first.
Hey man, I'm kind of curious to hear Josh's opinion.
All right.
Well,
Ethan wants to hear Josh. Let's hear Josh.
Okay, so let's say this. Let's say Ethan is the head of this tournament. Now, Ethan, you have two options.
No.
The first option is the same option you had last year. We bubble it in Alberta. Everything goes great. We have no COVID. We play a whole thing, and there's revenue made because the TSN pays so much money for this tournament. Regardless of seat revenue and everything else, they're going to make money off of it. But your other option is we're going to play it somewhere else. We're going to not bubble it, and we're going to let fans come in. Now, we're probably going to make a little bit more money if the tournament is played in full in this second situation and not the bubble situation. But there is a high risk that the tournament's going to get cut short. Now, they decided to go with the dumb decision, in my eyes, which is we're going to play non-bubbled, even though we did this last year and we know exactly what the working or what the good plan is, like what's going to work. We know what works, but we decided, you know what? We're going to break it. You know the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Well, unfortunately, with the way that COVID's going and the way that the world is right now, they knew how to do it right, and they messed it up. They didn't have to change that plan. If they kept the same plan, they bubbled it, we would have had a full World Juniors, we would have had a full tournament. There wouldn't have been fans. The players would have been upset probably, but even some players now are saying that it was a joke. Like, players are coming in from different countries saying that it was an absolute joke anyway. Yeah. And it's like, it doesn't look good on the tournament in my eyes. Like, this affects next year. This could affect a lot of things. It didn't need to happen like this. We knew it. We knew what they should have done, and we know what they could have done, and they just decided, you know what? More revenue is better. And unfortunately, that's a bad way to do business right now. If you want a full tournament, your best option is there was so much risk carried with not bubbling this. Not only for player safety, fan safety, coaching safety, like safety of everybody. And unfortunately, they just decided, you know what, we're kicking safety out the door. Like, look at teams like look in Toronto right now. Toronto and Montreal, they don't. There's no fans, none. I don't know what Vancouver's doing, but I know that in Ontario and Toronto, none. In any sport arena. Which I'm happy because we're still allowing cross-border games. if this is what you have to do to have cross-border games, I don't care. I just want hockey. I don't want to have a whole... Like, I know that I said that this stoppage will be good. I don't want a stoppage. I don't. I want to continually see hockey, and unfortunately, when it comes to the World Juniors, we didn't get that because they made a dumb decision. And that's my opinion on it.
100%.
One dumb decision led to the entire tournament going bust, and now a bunch of people are pissed about it. They could have played a full tournament in a bubble. Yeah, it would have been harder. It would have maybe costed a little bit more money, but unfortunately, they decided that wasn't worth it this year.
Yeah.
And this is the first time ever we've had this happen to the World Juniors that it's been cut short. Oh God, that's so dumb. Because they blame it on COVID, but if they would have just done it right from the first place, it would have never been an issue. It
sucks to see. It sucks for the kids. Sucks for all the fans. Sucks for the players more than anything. Oh, but yeah, it's terrible. There's not really much more to say.
That's my opinion. My rant on the World Juniors.
We want to move on from the World Juniors, or you got more to say?
I mean, it would have been cool to see Connor Bedard
Go off even more. I mean, he had that 4-goal game against Austria. That was so cool, man. And it sucks that
we were gonna kill.
Goodness, though.
We would have killed.
Here's the good news. We get to see Connor Bedard again next year.
Yeah, we don't get Shane Wright.
And then you get to see Connor Bedard in a Habs jersey every year after that. Don't worry, guys.
You're telling me you guys are gonna tank for 2 years in a row and get the 1 pick? So you have a team that has Caulfield, Suzuki, Shane Wright, and Connor Bedard?
Here's the thing.
I don't think Carey Price is gonna allow that.
Yeah.
I don't like the way he's looking right now. Like you see the gears turning in this guy's head.
I want Connor Bedard, man.
We all want Connor Bedard. Brian, remember how excited I was when the Leafs had a chance of getting Lafreniere? I said, I don't care that we got eliminated from the playoffs. I get a chance. And then I got this close. All it would have taken was that ball to miss by an inch. And they decided, you know what? The gods said, the gods basically just gave the middle finger to every Leaf fan and said, you guys have had enough.
Yeah.
If you can't win with this team, you don't deserve it. And I agree.
Hey, Ethan, when was the last time the Canucks drafted first overall?
They haven't.
You know when the last time the Habs drafted first overall?
To be fair, they did get
1980.
I mean, to be fair, Ryan, the Canucks had
Josh.
The Canucks had picks 2 and 3 in one draft and took 2 twin brothers who were pretty good at hockey.
That's fair. that was 20 years ago though.
Yes.
Habs have drafted first overall in I think 40 years now.
I believe the Leafs have.
We have drafted third overall. Don't worry, because third overall is just as good.
I believe. I believe the Leafs have drafted twice. I believe. I believe we have drafted 2 players first overall. In
when was the last time you did that?
Was it 16 or 7? It was 17, wasn't it?
16.
2016.
Okay, I thought McDavid was 16. My bad.
Yeah, I don't have an answer at all. No sympathy whatsoever for the Leafs right now.
You know, okay. Can we just say, like, what would have happened? What would have happened? What would have happened if the Leafs got Lafreniere? Like, everyone would have just gone ballistic, and he would have been bad.
You guys would lose in the first round.
Probably.
I think it would be nuts if the Oilers got the first pick for Laffy.
Yeah. I think it would have been hilarious.
I would have lost my mind.
What would have happened if he goes, I want to play for the Leafs? No. Just, no.
Come home, baby. Come home.
We definitely would not have traded him to you guys, but you probably could have gotten him off of a different team we traded him to.
He's gonna be our Tavares. Mark my words, it's gonna happen.
Really?
Yeah, he's coming home. He's coming home. He's gonna be the Coyotes Matthews.
Oh God! Don't say that to me, okay? I'm already having.
They're going to be rebuilding. They're going to be ready. They're going to have everything in place. Have a young roster, and they're going to be like, "Hey, Matthews,
if they have,
we got a bunch of cap space.
I will agree.
Want, like, all the money.
If they have a good man, if they have a good GM and a good coach, I could see Matthews just going. You know what? I'm going there. But I will say this: if the Coyotes still don't have it figured out and Matthews' contract is done, I think that the Leafs are still going to have a pretty good chance of bringing him back.
They're gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
They'll figure it out.
I think
They have to.
Who, the Coyotes or the Leafs?
Oh, Coyotes. At least they can figure it out. At least they figure it out. Come on.
I mean,
all right. Let's get a time checker. How long are we at?
55.
All right. Quickly, I just want to mention congratulations to Alex Ovechkin, who on New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2021, became the all-time NHL leader in power play goals with 275 goals on the power play. So congratulations to him. He's now at 754 goals all-time, 12 away from Jaromir Jagr, and has 24 on the year, one behind the lead of Leon Draisaitl, who has 25. Ovechkin has 24. So, good for him. And I think Leon Draisaitl might slow down because Connor McDavid and Derek Ryan have tested positive for COVID. Will be retested, but yeah, hard to see them do much better without him. Not to mention they've been pretty bad last 10 games. Edmonton being 2-6-2 in the last 10, lost 4 in a row.
You want to know who else has been kind of slowing down in their last 10 games?
Who?
Zach Hyman.
Yeah. Doesn't matter because Connor McDavid's still leading league points. But
20 points in 30 games. I told you, this guy's going to have his worst statistical year playing with Connor McDavid, and I'm going to prove that he's not worth his money. I'm glad that the Leafs did. I mean, I honestly am. I'm glad the Leafs didn't sign that, didn't fall victim to that contract, man. Well, Ryan, if you don't got anything else, trivia is always ready.
Josh Hyman's not on pace for his worst year. He's on pace for his best year.
Look, man, he was, and then he's kind of ran into a brick wall. I agree that his stats look really good right now. But the thing is, Zach Hyman never plays a full year. Never. All it takes is for one guy to hit that guy's knee the wrong way, and he'll be done for 3 months. And that's not even kidding, man. His knee is actually badly messed up because of hits he's had to take. I remember 2 hits in specific that I think of off the top of my head. One of them was a knee on knee, or both of them were knee on knee, but one of them he got hit in the back of the knee. And man, it was gross. It was really gross. His knee in front and back is fucking dicked. I'm sorry I'm sweating so much today. I don't know. Also, I have. Do you want do trivia time or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. While you find that question, I'm good to go. Claude Giroux and Ivan Provorov have also been placed on COVID-19 protocol. So. For the first time ever, Ryan, I have trivia ready. On time. Fuck. Okay, it's ready.
That's why I was saying that. Okay. So your guys' first question is a multiple choice.
Is it fact checked? Is it double checked to be sure it's right?
It's not that. I mean, I have. We're just gonna if it's I can.
Resources.
I'll double check it. Okay, hold on.
You can ask it and double check what we're doing.
Okay, which of the following set a record for being the youngest 100-point player? Your options are Dale Haller, what's his name? This guy's name, Halerchuk?
Hawerchuk.
Yeah, Bobby Orr, Wayne Gretzky, and Rick McLeish. McLeish? You guys know that's not who it is. I don't need to front with that last one. We all know that there's no way. I have no idea who that guy is. He's probably not even a real guy.
So the youngest 100-point player, I'm assuming you're talking in the season?
Hold time. One moment, please. Okay, remember when I said that was not fact checked? I have to come up with a new question because the guy who actually is that guy is not even it's not there. Out of those guys, I can tell you who it was though if you want.
Out of those guys?
Yeah, out of those guys, it was Dale. The actual answer is Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
That's hilarious and embarrassing. I can't believe that's wrong. That feels like it shouldn't be wrong. Hold on, I do have a second. I did have a second question queued, but now I'm worried that it's not right either.
Let's do a fact check first.
Yeah. I'll do a fact check. Go ahead.
Buckle it up.
I'm looking it up.
Case.
I'm Googling it. You're kidding.
Oh no. Did we just ruin trivia?
No,
Like
no, no,
weird
no,
trivia.
no. It's fine. This is definitely fact checked. Hold on. I need to look at one thing in specific. Okay. That is actually hilarious. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. No. That's definitely fact checked. All right. Who was the first player to post a 100-point season for an NHL team that had less than 20 wins? I can give you the year. Wow, that might throw it away. I'll give you a range of years.
I'll give us the decade. Yeah.
90s. Early 90s. Think about the bad teams in the early 90s. Who's the one team that was really, really bad in the 90s? And then they moved.
Oh.
Now, who would the player be?
Oh, fuck.
I like how you both did that. Literally perfect. You guys know how hard that is to get perfect because there's a delay in Discord, and you guys actually did that perfectly. That's hilarious. That's so funny.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, fuck. I think I have the answer.
All right.
Oh, I gotta think of other teams that could be though.
All right.
Other players.
All right.
What's this
Yeah, I
bad
don't
in the
know.
90s? They moved. You have to hit that they moved. He played for a team that moved.
The team moved, and this player went with the team.
I can only think of one.
Man, like if you get it wrong, I'm gonna be kind of surprised. You guys got your answers yet?
I've got my answer. The way you keep talking about it, am I forgetting a team that moved?
If Ryan's got the wrong team, I'm gonna cry. I'll actually cry. You'll see tears run down my face, Ryan.
When did they move? I'm trying to think of if this team even moved in the 90s.
If I tell you what year they moved, then it'd probably be a dead giveaway. I don't know if they moved in the 90s or not. I know they were bad in the 90s, and then they moved.
I've got my answer. I'm going with it.
Ethan?
I have no idea.
No idea. Hold on.
Nope.
Hold on. Okay. Do you guys want another hint, or Ryan? Do you think you have it?
I think I have it.
If you don't get it, I'll give you both a hint. Ryan, who do you think it is?
Okay. Is it Peter Forsberg?
No, but you got the right team. It was the Nordiques. I'll give you both that. That's your hint. You guys are both missing one giant name. I'll give you another hint.
I know the other guy it could possibly be.
He was part of a day
Yeah.
where in the offseason, the Avalanche spent $115 million in one day to bring back like 5 guys, and he was one of those guys in 2001.
Joe Sakic.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
Joey Sakic. He was the team that year, that's what I was fact checking, was how many wins that team had that year. And it's abysmal. They finished the year 16, 50, and 14.
And they had Joe Sakic and Peter Forsberg on the team?
Joe Sakic, Matt Sundin was there. I don't see Forsberg, but the two top players were Matt Sundin and Joe Sakic. Both played 80 games. Sakic had 109 points, and Sundin only had 59. They were both minus players. Sakic, having a 109-point season, finished the year minus 26. And he only had 12 power play goals out of his 48. That means that guy scored 36 goals in regulation with 5-on-5. It's pretty impressive. Ryan seems upset.
What? Am I getting the partial? Are we both getting points because we both said Joe Sakic?
I'm pretty sure I should take points on that one.
Okay, at least like half point for getting two right.
Look.
I'm just straight wrong. Do
You guys want? Do you want another question?
I'm fine with it as long as Ethan isn't getting points.
Oh no, neither of you were getting points.
All right.
Neither of you were getting points on that one, boys.
Okay.
Do you want another question? I'm fact checking it right now.
Yeah.
I feel like I've asked. This question.
Get it.
Okay. Who was the first player to score 60 goals in one season?
Fuck.
I feel like I've asked.
I think I know it.
I'll put it this way: he didn't just kiss 60. He smashed it.
Oh fuck!
It was in the 70s.
Okay, so it wasn't Gretzky.
70s.
Early 70s.
Oh, I got her. All right.
I'm gonna double check this real quick just to make sure that it is 100% right. Yeah, that is correct.
I've got. Oh, fuck. When did Richard play?
I got it.
When did Richard play? Did Richard play in the 50s or the 70s? That was so weird.
I think it was early. I think it was 50s.
Oh, fuck. I have a name that I'm thinking of. There's no way it's right.
I'll let you go first, Ryan. Because I know this.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Ryan doesn't know this one.
The way you said that, Josh.
It's not. Look, Ethan seems really confident in his answer, so I'm going to say this with full confidence. It's not a Hab player.
It's not a Hat player.
Absolutely not. And I know Ethan's confident with his answer, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get it right, because the way he's bobbing his head right now.
I'll say the one name. I'll say the one name because I know I'm wrong then. Yeah. Is it Bernie Nichols?
No.
Okay.
Ethan.
That's a pretty good
guess. Phil Esposito.
Yes, sir! Mr. 78 Ryan through his headset.
Mr. Phil.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, Ryan. Ryan, I'll get some bad news for you actually. When he puts his headset back on.
I'm here.
Guess who's taking over the leaderboard for the trivia? Ethan has moved into first place. Ethan is now Ethan is sitting at a crisp 13, Ryan is sitting at a crisp 12, and I am sitting at 10. That's hilarious.
Oh, Bernie Nichols didn't even play in the 70s, damn it. There's older.
And Bernie Nichols, man, that's so funny. Well, you know,
he's like the guy that like scored 70. It's just like the one-off that's just for some reason there.
Oh,
he scored 70 playing with Gretzky that one year.
Oh yeah, you were in the wrong era then. Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was younger. I thought he was older.
Well, guys, you guys know what that means. I can hear Brass Bonanza playing. So that means that we have come to the end of our Welcome Back After Christmas special episode, where Ryan proved that he throws his headset a lot. I don't know. We learned that Bettman is still doing Bettman things and trying to. Ovechkin's still amazing at hockey. Unfortunately, we don't get any more World Juniors, but hey, hockey's back. A lot of fans can't go to games anymore, at least in Canada. I'm assuming in America it's still free reign, because it's always been free reign. Ryan, are you trying to light up your brain right now? Like, what? What are you doing? But
I give myself an idea.
that's a new age. Instead of a light bulb, now we use those. Anyways, guys, as always, I have been Josh. Down there has been Ethan. Over there has been Ryan, and together and collectively, we have all been off the boards. Ryan, we'll see you next week, buddy. We'll see you then.